This is Storytime with Georgia. My name is Georgia, and I'm going to be reading a book called Wombat Stew. And this book is from Marika K. Vaughan, illustrated by Pamela Lofts. And this book was made in Australia, so there's a lot of Australian animals, and you might not know them. So we're going to go over to my mom's computer and show you. So the first one is a dingo. So this is what a dingo looks like. It kind of looks like a coyote mixed with a dog. Then there's an emu. Emus look like a mix of an ostrich and a hairy thing. So then there's an
echidna.
Echidna, and it looks like a porcupine mixed with a hedgehog. Porcupine mixed with platypus, actually, because of the nose, or
an
elephant.
anteater, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. And platypus. So these are what they look like when they're grown. These are what they look like when they're grown up, and these are what they look like when they're a baby. Isn't that cute? And there's also the main character. Let's see.
There.
The wombat, and it looks like a grizzly bear mixed with maybe a beaver? I don't know, not with the tail though. Then there's also gonna be,
I think that's it, no?
Maybe.
We'll see.
That's it, I think. We'll get to the book now. And it's dedicated with love to Mom and Dad. It says, one day on the banks of a billabong, a very clever dingo caught a wombat and decided to make wombat stew, gooey, brewy, yummy, chewy wombat stew. Platypus came ambling up the bank. Good day, Dingo, he said, snapping his bill. What is all of that water for? I'm brewing up a gooey, chewy stew with that fat wombat, replied Dingo, with a toothy grin. If you ask me, said Platypus, the best thing for a gooey stew is mud. Big blobs of billabong mud. Blobs of mud? Dingo laughed. What a good idea. Radio, in they go. So Platypus scooped up big blobs of mud with his tail and tipped them into the belly can. Around the bubbling belly, Dingo danced and sang, wombat stew, gooey, brewy, yummy, chewy, wombat stew. Waltzing out from the shade of the ironbarks came Emu. She arched her graceful neck over the brew. Oh ho, Dingo, she fluttered. What have we here? Gooey, chewy wombat stew, boasted Dingo. If only it was a bit more chewy, she said. But don't worry, a few feathers will set it right. Feathers? Dingo smiled. That would be chewy. Radio, in they go. So in the gooey brew, Emu dropped her finest feathers. Around and around the bubbling belly, Dingo danced and sang, wombat stew, crunchy munchy, for my lunchy, wombat stew. Old blue tongue the lizard came sliding off his sun-soaked stone. Sizzly, Dingo, he hissed. There are no flies in this zoo. Can't be wombat zoo without crunchy flies in it. And he struck out his bright blue tongue. There's a lot to be said for flies, agreed Dingo, rubbing his paws together. Radio, in they go. So Lizard snapped 100 flies from the air with his long tongue and flipped them into the gooey, chewy stew. Around and around the bubbling Billy Dingo danced and sang. Wombat stew, crunchy munchy for my lunchy, wombat stew. Up through the red dust popped an
echidna.
Wait a bit. Not so fast, he bristled, shaking the red dust from his quills. Now I've been listening to all this advice, and take it from me. For munchy stew, you need slugs, bugs, and creepy crawlies. Dingo wagged his tail. Why, I should have thought of that. Radio, in they go. So,
Echidna
dug up all sorts of creepy crawlies and dropped them into the gooey, chewy, crunchy stew. Ew. The very clever Dingo stirred and stirred all the way while singing, Wombat stew, hot and spicy, oh so nicey, wombat stew. Just then, a sleepy-eyed koala climbed down the scribbly gum tree. Look here, he yawned. Any bush cook knows you can't make a spicy stew without gum nuts. At the end, we'll be showing what gum nuts are.
Oh.
Leave it to a koala to think of the gum nuts. Dingo laughed and licked his whiskers. Radio, in they go. And into the gooey, chewy, crunchy, munchy stew, koala shook lots and lots of gum nuts.
Oh, that's what they look like.
Oh, okay, we don't need to show because it already shows right here. So they're little, they kind of look like miniature pots. Aha! Cried Dingo. Now my stew is missing only one thing. What's that? Asked all the animals. That fat wombat! Wait, stop. Hang on, Dingo. You can't put that wombat in the stew yet. Why not? You haven't tasted it. Radio, I'll taste it. And that very clever Dingo bent over the belly, took a great big slurp of the stew. I'm poisoned, he howled. You've all tricked me. And he dashed away, deep into the bush, never again to sing. Wombat stew, gooey, brewy, yummy, chewy, wombat stew. That was Wombat Stew by Marcia K. Vaughn, illustrated by Pamela Lofts. And that was actually a very fun book to read with all the singing and just fun stuff like this, like the lizard saying "s" and stuff. That was a very fun book. And I'll see you next time on Storytime with Georgia. Bye.